Mimmi from C-Mimmi-O. Welcome back to the channel. And today's topic is about AI deciphering the buyer psychology. I think it's been a long time truth that we know that buyers really aren't actually buying the best product. They are choosing the product that feels safest to them. It can sound strange, especially in enterprise B2B, where we love the spreadsheets, ROI calculators, security audits, and feature comparisons. But modern research it can tell us this fascinating fact. Even €1 million purchasing decisions are still made by humans. Imagine that. And us people were emotional. For decades, I think that we've built this marketing around a simple assumption. If we produce enough product information, comparison table, ROI calculators, eventually the customer will make the logical choice. That assumption has shaped marketing. And it has then shaped sales. It has shaped websites. It has shaped product development. But the truth isn't, it just isn't true. Research constantly and consistently shows that enterprise buyers struggle with purchasing decisions despite having more information than ever before. Why is that? Because the problem isn't the information, it's psychology. The decision happens long before the spreadsheet is finished. We as people, we buy emotionally. We can often imagine a CIO sitting down with 10 vendor proposals and objectively check every feature. But the reality looks very different. Every buying committee contains people with career goals, past experiences, a fear of failure, internal politics, personal preferences, and risk tolerance. Nobody wants to be remembered as the person who selected the software that failed. That emotional pressure shapes purchasing more than most organizations actually realize. Logic often becomes the justification. Emotion made the decision first. Traditional analysts really missed the point because, most companies proudly are measuring, for example, website visitors, email opens, dashboards, downloads, demo requests, pipeline. And those numbers are useful, but they only tell us what happened. They don't explain why. If you're imagining two prospects, both download the same white paper, both visit pricing, both request a demo. If you think about this traditional analytics, they're identical. AI says they're completely different. One is excited, the other is anxious. One wants innovation, the other simply wants to avoid making a mistake. And those are completely different sales conversations. Used right, modern AI can be more than just processing numbers. It can actually recognize patterns, thousands of patterns simultaneously. It can detect the changes in communication tone, hesitation, repeated visits, content preferences, timing, and engagement velocity. Even subtle behavioral shifts humans rarely even notice. And instead of simply reporting activity, AI can begin interpreting motivation. That's a huge leap forward. Let's imagine that you're selling this supply chain software. Your prospect keeps returning to customer success stories, not pricing, not technical documentation, not feature lists. Specifically implementation stories. The traditional analytics will say about that. that they must be highly engaged. AI can notice something different. This buyer isn't really evaluating software, they're evaluating risk. They're afraid of implementation that will fail. Now you need to change your messaging. Instead of talking about the AI features, start focusing on onboarding, migration support, training, customer success, and risk reduction. And then you're finally solving their problem, not just the stated one. AI can uncover a lot of the psychology because behavioral science has identified several biases that appear repeatedly in enterprise buying. Loss aversion. People fear losing more than they enjoy winning. Social proof. People trust decisions that other companies have already made. Fear of missing out. Nobody wants competitors gaining an advantage first. Then there's cognitive fluency, where people naturally prefer solutions that feel easier to understand. AI can help identify which psychological drivers matter most for each buyer. That's personalization on an entire different new level. It's not based on demographics, but on behavior. It's about predicting buyer behavior before it even happens. AI can tell you what traditional analytics are reactive. They tell you what already happened. Predictive AI will ask completely different questions like, what is the most likely thing to happen next? Instead of just waiting for a prospect to disappear, AI can identify the warning signs weeks earlier. Maybe the response times are slowing. Maybe the buying committee suddenly changes who is engaging. Maybe pricing pages are no longer being visited, but implementation content is. Individually, those signals don't mean that much. Together, they are often starting to tell a story. I think the thing is that AI can make really great marketers even better, because it's exceptional at recognizing patterns, but we as people were exceptional at building trust. AI can analyze millions of interactions, but we as people understand the context around it. AI can identify likely motivations, but we are the ones building the genuine relationships. I think a good place to start would be something like, can AI identify opportunities that are likely to stall? Can it improve our lead scoring? Can it help personalize messaging? Can AI reveal these hidden objections that from customer conversations? Can it recommend better content for different buying stages? Pick one of these as a measurable use case, validate the results, and then expand. And I think that's the way for successful AI adoption. It's not this hype, but continuous improvement and measurable business value. I think the key here is people. We have spent decades assuming enterprise buyers are rational decision makers who simply need more information. Evidence tells us something very different though. People buy with emotion. They justify with logic. And AI will not change this human psychology. But it can help us understand it better than ever before. I think the winning formula is combining technology with empathy, use AI ethically, and understanding that behind every buying committee there are still just human beings, people like you and me. If you like the content, press like, subscribe, and if you want to dive deeper, I wrote a blog post about it. The link is in the description. That's all from me now. Bye.